Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Stephen Mathis. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Let's talk about amazing sex and the foundation that amazing sex is actually built on. Here's the thing, it's not sexual actions, it's actually non sexual actions and habits that build the foundation to even give us the opportunity to build an amazing sex life. And when I say an amazing sex life, I mean internally in our own being as an individual, and then, of course, in the context of a relationship, if and when that applies. Let's talk about what that non-sexual foundation is and why it's so important. All right, so let's talk about what this means as an individual for us as men first, because that applies to all of us, right? Some people are going to be in a relationship, some people are not going to be in a relationship. Even if and when we are in a relationship, our foundation as an individual is actually what allows us to show up in that relationship anyway. So whether we're in a relationship or not, let's talk about that component of it and how the non-sexual actions in our life actually build the foundation. What do I mean by that? I mean the habits and the things that we do, the action that we take that put us in a physiological and energetic and emotional space to have a thriving sexual energy that we can then build on and expand into and deepen. So specifically, some of the basics like getting enough sleep, being hydrated, nutrition, physical training. Let's talk about that one for a minute. Getting after it. We got to be doing the work. If we're not doing the work in our everyday life, if you're not getting after it with some intensity on a consistent basis, and you're not tapping into that primal nature, because we're creatures, we're animals, right? We have this consciousness, and we're more, but we're also creatures, right? We are primal creatures. And if you want to be a primal, powerful, sexual creature, and then to tune into the deepest, most sacred, most divine aspects of that, we need to start with having the foundation of being a powerful, primal creature. And that means getting after it, including when it's windy, if you're in a city, if you're on a mountain, wherever you are, whenever, we got to be doing the physical work. If you're not doing the physical work, and you're having an expectation that you're going to have a thriving sexual energy, it's not going to happen. So physical training, getting enough sleep, nutrition, hydration, and then let's talk about the other big piece of our foundation as an individual, and that's our inner world, your mind and your emotions. So are you able to be present moment to moment? Are you handling stress? Do you have practices that help you move through the day-to-day stress? Are you working with and leaning into and healing and repairing the longer term emotional stuff that's inside of you? It's all of those things, the longer term things, yes, and then the day-to-day habits that actually build the foundation that then we have the energy flowing through us, and we have the bandwidth mentally and emotionally, and we have the capacity where our body kind of automatically, and then also our thinking mind, we have the capacity to now actually be in this thriving sexual energy kind of position where you can lean into your mindful edging practice, where you can lean into sex with your partner in much more powerful, much more expansive ways. I'm sure that you've probably experienced, if you get horrible sleep, especially on an ongoing basis, but even maybe for a night or 2 nights or 3 nights, what happens? You wake up with probably no morning wood, your libido's lower, emotions are probably off. So if that's a habitual thing, or if it's even on and off, is that the kind of foundation that we really want to build an amazing sex life on, or that we can build an amazing sex life on? No, it's not. It really is not. It's like building it on sand. It's kind of like, to put another metaphor, I guess, into play, it's like having an anchor that's dragging while you're trying to get your ship up to speed. And you're just like focused on the engine and trying to go faster and faster. And you have these anchors that are dragging on you. So whether it's sleep, it's nutrition, it's your inner world stuff. If you have those anchors that are dragging on you, you're never going to get up to the speed that you want to get up to. Let's talk about how that's non-sexual action applies in the context of a relationship. Equally as important, because sex is not just about sex. In fact, it's actually, maybe it's even more about all the other things. It's the other parts that are the foundation. It's the communication. So the day-to-day communication, as well as the longer term, deeper level emotional communication. It's the repair and healing on that level. It's having fun together. It's going on dates. It's smiling. It's laughing. It's connecting in all of those little non-sexual ways. It's showing up. It's being consistent. It's doing what you say you're going to do. Well, can we talk about that one for just a moment here? Because especially especially for us as men, one of the most important things for us as human beings, and something that I am constantly working on and much better about than I used to be, still imperfect, is doing the things I say I'm going to do. In my own being, meaning it's very important to me if I tell myself I'm going to do something, that I then actually do it. And then certainly in a relationship, trust and safety and the various layers that kind of play into those fundamental kind of ideas are huge and very powerful. And when you do the things you say you're going to do, whether it's taking out the garbage or it's like a much bigger, more important thing, they're all important things because they all indicate whether you're in that place of doing the thing you say you're going to do, which makes you reliable and it makes you a place of safety and trust. And that is part of what builds this foundation. So it's the communication. It's the day-to-day communication. It's the deeper stuff. It's having fun together. It's showing up and doing what you say you're going to do. It's all of those other little moments. It's, if you have, let's say that you're in a relationship, you're married, and you have sex 6 days a week. Awesome. 6, 7 days a week. You have a beautiful sex life, 30 minutes a day, maybe you're having sex, something like that on average. The other 23 and a half hours, that is what sets the foundation for you to have those 30 minutes of amazing sex. And it's so often, I did this for so long and I see guys do it consistently. It is very easy to over focus on the sexual specific things. So for instance, if I think back to the early years of my marriage, if I think back to so many conversations that I've had with clients, we'll get real focused on kind of the sex part and trying to improve that and not actually realizing that so many things that are happening these other 23 and a half hours are actually having a major impact. And that when we focus on the foundation as an individual and then in the relationship kind of aspect, now, not only does your sexual energy and your sex life thrive kind of more automatically, but the work you do put in on sex specifically, so your mindful edging practice and all of the things that you lean into in partnership, those you get so much more out of them. You get so much more out of them when the foundation is in place. So for instance, again, your mindful edging practice, right? You've heard me talk about that a lot. It's a huge part of my sex life. And it's actually a very, very important habit for me as an individual overall. If you think that you're going to get amazing results out of your mindful edging practice and it's going to transform your sex life when you're not paying attention to your sleep and you're not in good shape and you're not doing the work and you're not getting after it and you don't really have purpose and you're not following through on the things you say you're going to do, you're going to get like a little fraction of what you could be getting out of that mindful edging practice. So focus on the foundation. And the beautiful thing is that when you build the foundation day to day, especially when it's a habitual way, you start to build the momentum, right? Everything has momentum. So doing the work, that builds momentum day after day. It becomes easier to do the work, not because the work is easier, but because you get in the habit of doing it and you just show up, right? In the beginning is when it's the hardest. You start to build momentum in these things, in the day-to-day things. And now the foundation is in place in an entirely different way. You can have much, much more amazing, expansive sex as an individual and with your partner if and when that applies. As always, thanks for taking a few minutes to be with me. I hope you enjoyed a couple of the views today here on top of Grandeur Peak in Utah. Sending you guys all my best. Have an amazing rest of your day. Talk to you soon.